show, we look into girls basketball's historic season.
We also look into one wrestler's journey to state.
Finally, we look into 3 students balancing their 2 passions, sports medicine and Rockettes. These stories and more on this edition of Season Pass. What's rocking, Rock Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Season Pass, live from Studio 1060. I'm Yuktha Vangavei.
And I'm Scamardo. We have a great show in store for y'all today, but first let's talk about some campus news. This is the Black History Month Dress Up Days created by the Rise Club. And following Dress Up Days tomorrow during SOAR time is the Rise Showcase. Scarlett Espinoza spoke to the co-founder of Rise to gain insight into what to expect for the showcase.
My position in Rise, I'm one of the co-founders that we have for our organization. Rise is last year's BSU. Same goals, same mission, different people. Our plans is we have Dress Up Day this week, and then during SOAR time on Thursday, we have our showcase that we're hosting. The key things I would say to look out for would be Dr. Balu's dance that she's gonna be performing. A student of ours, he'll be on the piano again this year. There's a little poem that's gonna be read out to the audience during the showcase. So those are 3 big things I'd look out for. And we have a choir, so the choir would be amazing just to listen to, just like to feel the essence of just Black excellence and just enjoy the entertainment that's being provided to you.
If you're interested in seeing the performance, go to the auditorium during SOAR to watch.
The girls basketball team are by-district champions after beating Marcus this past Monday, 49-45, with Sophia Reed having a buzzer beater to end the third quarter. Kira Cool scored 15 points, had 2 steals and 2 assists. Ashlyn Natung had a double-double with 10 points and 19 rebounds. And lastly, Sophia Reed scored 16 points and 7 rebounds. The girls took on Bowie High School last Friday for the area championship, winning 66-44. Sophia Reed had 23 points, 3 steals, Nala Billings had 19 points, and Ashlyn Natung had 2 blocks. I was able to talk to Sophia Reed after the game to see how the team's feeling.
Hello guys, I'm here in Marcus High School where we just saw the girls basketball team beat Bowie High School for their area championship, and I'm here with Sophia Reed. Yes. And what do you guys feel going into this game after beating Marcus?
We were just basically feeling, the grind doesn't stop and that we still have work to do, and that there's just another school that's in our way, to hit state, so.
What exactly was said going into the fourth quarter in the huddle to make you guys find the final push to end off the game?
Coach basically just told us, how do we want to finish this game? Do we want to win by feeling we barely finished it off, or do we want to win like we felt like we earned it?
And lastly, how does it feel to be area champs?
It feels great. It's history, and it's something cool to do with my teammates.
They took on Friendship High School yesterday for the regional semifinals, losing 44-68. Obviously, the season did not end the way that the team wanted to, being only 3 games away from the state championship game. But I think this is a great way for them to come back next year. And this team has majority juniors, so them coming back, they can have a chip on their shoulder and make it further in the tournament next year.
Yeah, and Coach May, now she's been here for 4 years, so she's been able to coach the girls up. I'm excited to see what they can do next year with this loss, because now it can be served as motivation. So we'll see what they do next year and see if they can get back to where they were or do more.
Our wrestling team is now back from state with few placers, and Lillian Jukes getting 4th place in the 145 weight class, Luciana Vega de Alencar getting 6th in the 140 weight class, and Zakiah Burke, who is in studio after placing 4th in the 235 weight class. Congratulations to all our state placers. Aliyana Sanchez is in studio to get our insight on Zakiah's wrestling journey. Ali?
Thank you, Yuktha. I'm here with Zakiah Burke, our 4th place finisher. Hi, Zakiah. Welcome to Game Face. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Y'all just finished up wrestling season. It was super exciting watching you guys do so well within this season, especially with the Cougar Classic and Richardson Roundoff. Everything was great. So y'all just wrapped up state. Can you take me through y'all's mindset and momentum going into the state event, especially with just all this hard work y'all put in throughout the season?
Well, the physicality of wrestling is not like other sports, not usually what other people can handle. And our mindset going into it, we worked very hard on trying to make it well so that we treat state like any other tournament. I think the practices, there were some tough days, but being with the team and the people who weren't able to place at regionals, still coming to practice and pushing us and pushing the state qualifiers was just amazing. And that's what makes a great finish.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
After placing for state, like just getting on the podium, officially getting that sense of accomplishment all 4 years, how were you feeling after? What was the full circle moment for that?
It was very emotional, but it paid off. I didn't think I was gonna be able to place, let alone make fourth in the state. I'm really happy about that. I worked very hard and this is my 6th year wrestling, and it was just amazing to see, and being there with the other girls who are also seniors who also placed. It was just a really amazing accomplishment as a senior, and this being my last year.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations first off. That's just so amazing. I know with your coach, Coach Livingston, I know you two are very close and tight. How was the aftermath of it, especially with her giving you that medal on the podium? Was there any tears, hugs, anything like that?
Yes, after my finals match, I cried with her because I was like, this is really my last time being with you and being with the team. So the podium finish was emotional, but it was great because Coach Livingston has watched me and seen me grow as not only as a wrestler but as a person for the past 6 years, and I'm just really grateful for her and all the work she's put in as a coach, and what she has given me as an athlete has just been amazing, and that podium finish was most definitely for her.
That's amazing, Zakiah. Well, thank you so much for being on Game Face. Congrats on state. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Allie. Starting off strong with our baseball team, taking a long trip to Galveston this past week, our boys competed hard and started their official season off with an undefeated record of 5-0. As a team, they hit a .406 batting average with a .559 on-base percentage, scored 34 runs, and stole 14 bases. On the defensive side, they had a 3.36 earned run average, only gave up a total of 14 runs, and opponents are hitting a .204 batting average against it. This Thursday, they play at home against the Fossil Ridge Panthers at 10 a.m. and the Poteet Pirates at 5:30 p.m. Now, our baseball team, last year they had a pretty good run in the playoffs, couldn't make it to state, but they showed talent, they showed potential, so I'm excited to see what they can do this year with a team of mostly seniors.
Yeah, and obviously they're full of seniors, so that they've already gone through 4 years of being in this journey and making it to playoffs last year. I think they got grit to go make it further into the playoffs this season.
Now, moving over to softball, they headed to Allen this past weekend for the Allen Invitational Tournament. Our girls took some hard losses, ending the weekend 1-5. Even with the rough weekend, we saw players step up. Aliyana Sanchez had 6 hits, 7 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Madeline Kerrigan also hit a home run and had 6 hits and 6 RBIs. In the circle, Madeline Grossman had 12 strikeouts this past weekend as well.
Moving over to track and field, they had a huge night at the Allen Eagle Relays. Last Friday, our boys took home first place overall while our girls placed second. We saw some incredible individual performances, starting with Cad Kachai in the 300 hurdles and Juan Pablo de Leon in the pole vault. For our girls, Kennedy Thompson set the pace with a win in the 400, while Emily Vaught owned the ring in the shot put. We also have to highlight our 4x400 girls relay team, including Deja Kidder, Grace Kachai, Madison Arrington, and Kennedy Thompson, who battled their way to a podium finish to close out the meet. They will have the Northwest ISD Invitational this Friday. Last Friday, Rock Hill varsity boys soccer team lost against Plano West by a score of 1-4. On the same day, the varsity girls team lost against Plano West, but with the score of 2-5. Balancing multiple extracurricular activities can be very challenging for students. 3 particular students took up this challenge by balancing Rockettes and sports medicine.
At Rock Hill High School, Friday nights are usually about picking a side, but for 3 students, the choice isn't that simple. They are full-time Rockettes and dedicated student athletic trainers. It is balancing an act that requires intense scheduling and responsibility.
They're 3 of our best students because they are so busy, they've grown into that role, and they're very mature. And I think you're not able to balance both of those activities well without that maturity.
Maturity is tested weekly with varsity games and performances conflicting. The girls get creative and they often work sub-varsity games on Thursdays just to perform on Fridays. It is a compromise that works because Coach Fox and Director Shelby prioritize communication and flexibility.
They're both very understanding, and they want us to be able to do both, so they both help out to the best of their abilities.
The stress is worth it to pursue two distinct dreams. While drill team connects them to their passion for dance, sports medicine offers them a head start on their careers. For sophomore Aliyana McLean, choosing one over the other simply isn't an option.
Well, I've always loved dancing. I was a figure skater when I was little, and I dance now, so I've always kind of had like a passion for that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to give it up for one thing. But I do see a future in sports medicine that is like my dream job is to be an athletic trainer. So, it's like nice that I have the ability to do both.
The experience isn't just about pursuing passions. It's also teaching them valuable life skills. For Kendall, juggling the demands of both programs has forced her to grow in ways she didn't expect.
I think it's definitely helped me with my time management, because before I was not very good at creating a schedule for myself. So being able to balance both and be like, this is how I balance my time has really helped me in that way. So
with support from their coaches and each other, they're proving that with communication, you can really have the best of both worlds. For Hilltop News, I'm Chris Baradia.
These students continue to navigate the demanding schedules of both the Rockettes and the sports medicine program.
On Saturday, the Supercross series came to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Starting with the 250 main event, Team Blue came out on top with Pierce Brown placing first in his class for the round of the series. Finally, for the main event of the 450 class, it was a tight race with top four on the leaderboard competing for the front of the pack. Finishing in fourth place, Suzuki racer Ken Roxon started with the early lead, fighting Honda racer Hunter Lawrence, Yamaha racer Cooper Webb, and KTM racer Eli Tomac for the front of the pack. In the middle of the race, Hunter Lawrence made the pass to place first overall in the 450 class. The next round will take place this Saturday in Daytona, Florida.
Last week, the F1 had their second preseason test in Bahrain, and we saw some performances from all 11 teams. With the new regulations, with the new engines being 50% from an electric battery and 50% from a gas engine compared to last year's hybrid engine. There are two new teams on the paddock this year, Audi and the other team being the American team Cadillac, who had a great outing with a Ferrari engine, with the car being built just over 1 year. Drivers Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas were able to get a feel for the car before the season starts next week. The biggest surprise that came out of this testing was Aston Martin, how they couldn't even go a race distance and might not be able to participate in the season opener next week in Melbourne. Well, obviously, we have Drive to Survive coming out this week on Friday and on Netflix. And I know a lot of kids who didn't watch the F1 season and are trying to get into F1. This is a great way for them to get into it. And obviously, we'll be seeing the three-way championship battle between Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, and reigning world champion Lando Norris. And there's a new rookie on the paddock this year. So there's a lot of new things going on in F1 this year.
Yeah. Well, with the Winter Olympics wrapping up this past Sunday, the U.S. won the most gold medals at a single Winter Olympics, winning 12, surpassing the 10 gold medals that was set at Salt Lake City in 2002. The women won 8 gold medals, while the men won 4 gold medals. To add on to the collection of medals, they won a total of 12 silver medals and 9 bronze medals, with a total medal count coming out to 33 medals, just behind Norway, who won 41 medals. The U.S. won gold medals in freestyle skiing, speed skating, alpine skiing, figure skating, bobsled, ski aerials, and lastly, ice hockey.
Well, the biggest stories coming out of this Olympics has to be our figure skating and ice hockey, with their figure skating team being tied going into the last event in their team program, and Ilya Malinin giving a monstrous finish to the U.S. win against Japan.
Yeah, and it's great to see for our ice hockey team. Both games, it was U.S. versus Canada. Both of them was 1-1. Win to overtime was Jack Hughes had the game-winning goal for the men's, and Megan Keller had the game-winning goal for the girls. So it's just great to see the U.S. come out first time winning since the Miracle on Ice for the men.
And then we also had Alyssa Liu win the first individual women's event for first time in 24 years. So the Olympics had so many firsts this year, and I think the U.S. brought it out. And then, well, that's all we have for today's show. For Season Pass, I'm Yuktha Vangavei.
I'm Chris Scamardo.
Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.